Austin, Texas. Musicians from all over flock here in hopes of making a name for themselves on its world-renowned stages. South Austin is a hotbed of such stages, and the Continental Club is the heart of it. For the last 20 years, if you walked into the Continental on a Thursday night, you'd find Gulf Coast native Mike Barfield up on stage bringing the heat with his ridiculously groovy, tasty, and funky band. That's what you come to expect with a guy whose nickname is the Tyrant of Texas Funk. Barfield is our studio guest this week on Songwriters Across Texas.
I grew up down the Gulf Coast, and a friend of mine in junior high school, I was just tapping on my desk and singing some song, and then he goes, "You ever been in a band?" I said, "No." He goes, "You want to be?" I said, "Sure." And he had a name for the band, the Electric Bird Bath, and we drew a picture with the, electrodes coming off this bird bath and, the birds fluttering, and we were horrible, but that was really what kind of got me started. So I was in some garage bands when I was young, but I never really had the feeling like I got to do it until I got older, and I couldn't function too well in the real world, like that postcard, too cool for school, too dumb for the real world. That was me. I moved here twice. I lived here in '84 and started working a day job and was trying to get in bands, and then I had a girlfriend back in Houston and went back. One band, we got signed to High Tone with a band called the Hollisters. I toured with them, but always wanted to live in Austin. That was just always something, even from the time I was a teenager. And just the musicians here, and the scene, the music scene, it's still great,
Ladies and gentlemen, my Money Shot man, Johnny Money Shot Moeller on the guitar. Can he play? Can he play?
A lot of times we'll come up with a riff or some changes or just kind of a groove and start playing, and I'll bounce it off of him, and then he'll just come up with even a one word or and then we'll start filling in the blanks.
Yeah, the songs we've written together have been mostly like that, I would say, If you get a good title, to me, is a lot of it, but if you just get an idea, and Electric Cigarette was just totally one day off of a riff at a rehearsal we were doing.
And we recorded it, went back and listened to it, and went, oh man, that's cool.
I just started, and that's when those things first became kind of popular, and it's you'd be in a bar and you see those little green lights bouncing around, It's like follow the bouncing light, It's like jazz, you kind of see those guys bopping, to play,
Why I'm standing, that's where I'm from. Right where I'm standing, that's where I'm from. What you need, not what you expect. What you see, not what you expect. Don't bring me down, don't stand me up. I'm gonna shatter your loving cup. Light a fire with no regrets. Take a pull, my electric cigarette. Electric cigarette. What you need, not what you expect. What you see, not what you expect. Stand on flat ready, nowhere to run. Stand on flat ready, nowhere to run. You turn the dial, you flip a switch. have a stitch, light a fire with no regrets, take a pull, my electric cigarette.
I had kind of an epiphany. One time I got pulled over by a cop in Friendswood, Texas, and she goes, well, what do you do for your job? And I just went, I'm a musician. She goes, well, I know you ain't got any money, so she let me go. And so that was kind of like, all right, I'm on the right track, you know? I think things always kind of circle back in a way that maybe not exactly like they were, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, I have my guilty pleasures, you know, and I don't even feel guilty about them anymore. I just go with it, you know.
Some boys say they love your eye.
I went to a Jazz Fest in Galveston about 1977, 78, and the purpose of seeing John Lee Hooker. And he was great, but the guy that stole the show was Professor Longhair. Legend New Orleans piano players, you know. I saw a couple of things like that by accident when I was that age. I saw this band in 1968. I was 15 years old. Jimi Hendrix was like a revelation to everybody, you know. And we had to be dropped off by our parents because I didn't have a driver's license, and my mother and a neighbor picked us up. Well, they got tired of waiting, and they came in, and he was on the last song, and he's playing Wild Thing. And he sticks the guitar between his legs and doing all that. I can't tell you what my mother said, but it wasn't good. And then she didn't understand it because that sounded like music from, you know, nothing sounded like that then, you know, and still to this day doesn't really. So, but I loved Jimi Hendrix when I was young and still do. I was up in Wisconsin playing a show, and a guy that used to do some management of a club, he said, I hope you don't mind, but I called you the Tyrant of Texas Funk. And I said, no, that's kind of cool. And so when I got back to Austin, I told the guys about it, and they were like, yeah, that's great. And Steve at the Continental, and that just became
Tyrant.
The mantle, yeah.
Right.
So I didn't come up with it myself, you know. And it kind of took the sting out of that word, like that's when Saddam Hussein was still alive and all the tyrant things were being thrown around, that kind of bad connotation. So it made it more of a cartoon and harmless, you know. I mean, you can't be threatened by me. I mean, I don't think.
Tonight get you. Alpine, I'm coming to get you. Corsicana, I'm coming to get you. San Antonio, I'm coming to get you. I'm in Sugarland. That's Wine Winder. Doing a popcorn and a spooky grinder. Tell you my name. You know the reason why. I really love. Gotta satisfy. Yeah, I'm a tyrant. I really love you. What's happening, baby? Tyrant. I really love.
I haven't done another job in over 30 years, singing in bars and knocking myself out in clubs, you know, so I don't regret it. I almost like look at some of my friends that now they've gotten older, you know, and at first I thought I was more the stupid one. Now I'm not so sure. Maybe I wasn't that dumb, you know, maybe it was okay, you know. We're gonna do one here called the Funky Cupcake. Ordered some kind of a cupcake and it had the pink icing with the sprinkles on it. And my friends started making fun of me in front of my woman, which, you know, that's how friends do one another. And so anyway, I said, don't make fun of that. That's my funky cupcake.
Money Shot on the guitar, Mr. Johnny Money Shot Moeller. Mr. Michael Tirio on the bass and vocals. The Funky Frenchman on the drums, Mr. Nico Leoponte. I'm Barfield, they call me the Tyrant. Mama calls me a lot of other things, but we have a good relationship. If you want to dance, don't be shy. If you're embarrassed after looking at me, you're in big trouble. Big, big trouble. I don't know how that could possibly happen. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. I like the way you move. You're my judge dessert. Gotta drop you on the ground. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Get the sweetest icing. You got sugar frosted lips. Fly so high you blow my mind. I think I'm gonna trip. Funky cupcake. Funky cupcake. Funky cupcake. Funky cupcake. A shining star. Taste of your loving cup, sweeter than a candy bar. Don't leave your cake out on the cookie sheet. Gonna burn the bottom, baby, using that my cheek. Funky cupcake. Funky cupcake. Ready for the bridge? Funky cupcake. Funky cupcake. Can you handle the candle on that special day? I'm gonna drop it on the ground anyway. Funky Cupcake. Bring it down, let's bring it down. Right on. Ladies and gentlemen, I expose myself to the masses right now. Not like you would think. The lid has arrived. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake. Now dig, I like to have my baby's cake fresh out of the oven. Finger licking crystal Jim Dandy, ain't that easy make loving? Pretty sprinkles make them twinkle just like a shining star. Taste of your loving cup, that's sweeter than a candy bar. Funky Cupcake. Funky Cupcake. Funky Cupcake. Funky Cupcake. Drop it on the ground, it's your funky cupcake.
You get around a certain age, you just don't care what people think. You realize, like, I'm not cool, who cares, you know? Like, I'm still shaking my ass, you know? I'm 65 years old, you know? I'm thankful to be still doing it. And we get young people at our shows, and I'm always kind of knocked out by it, you know, and young musicians and people that come up. And that's nothing feels better than that to me, you know? I'm like a freak show, you know? I'm like an old stripper, you know, so people can come see that, you know, so then that's a show in itself.
I told you about a struggle, just survive. Let me tell you, people don't want more on my mind. There's a man down the street